guys, I'm back with another video, and this time I'm doing the predictions for AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door. Now, before I get started, Forbidden Door is Sunday, June 26, 2022 at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Pacific, which I am doing the news and rumors and things that you should expect as well, and some fan questions as well. But it's coming from the Chicago, Illinois, from the United Kingdom, and you can watch it from or on Bleacher Report if you're in the U.S. or Fight TV internationally, and along with all major cable providers. Now, before I get into the predictions to the match, or for the pay-per-view, I'm going to go over the news, rumors, and fan questions. Then anything that you should expect, I'll leave that till after towards the end. Now, going to the news. Forbidden Door will be shown in select theaters, which are Cinemark, AMC, Regal, Harkins, IPC, Engine Entertainment, and others. Check your local theaters to see if they're going to be showing AEW and NJPW Forbidden Door to if you want to watch it in theaters. Now, I should state before I say any of these Japanese names that if I mispronounce the name, I totally apologize. So, and the only reason I'm apologizing now is because the next news topic has a Japanese name in it. So, again, if I mispronounce the name, I completely apologize. Tomohiro Ishii, if I pronounce the name right, whom was supposed to be in the AEW All-Atlantic 4-Way, suffers a left knee injury, and Clark Connors is going to replace him. Kevin Kelly will be on commentary at Forbidden Door. I'm assuming he's going to be on the English commentary for two reasons. One, he's American, so therefore he speaks English, and plus he's on the English commentary for New Japan. So I'm not for sure if he even knows Japanese or the Japanese language. Forbidden Door had a $1 million gate. Tony Khan announced additional seating for Forbidden Door due to the next topic, which is Tony Khan's noted that they have a cool stage set for Forbidden Door. Tony Khan promises a great moment when a mystery opponent debuts, which I'll get into that a little bit later during the predictions for the mystery opponent. Tony Khan says there are already talks for a New Japan or AEW and NJPW Forbidden Door 2. Tony Khan said Forbidden Door is one of the most successful he's promoted, or pay-per-views that he's promoted. Tony Khan noted that I already read that one. I'm skip down a little bit. AEW NJPW Forbidden Door sell on Shop AEW is I'm just going to the way I have it worded here. There will be a Forbidden Door sale on ShopAEW.com where you get 20% off, and the sale starts June 26, 2022 for 24 hours only. Use promo code FORBIDDEN, all capital letters, to get the 20% off at checkout. The rumors, there's only 2 rumors for Forbidden Door, and that's the AEW and NJPW is going to swap world titles, and Claudio Castagnoli or Castagnoli, whatever, formerly known as Cesaro, or Johnny Gargano, to be Bryan Danielson's hand-picked opponent. Which, again, I'll get into that a little bit later. Now getting into the fan questions. Which is, there's only 10 that I found for Forbidden Door. I normally would have facts as well. And more for fan questions for AEW pay-per-views. But due to it's like just 3 days shy of being exactly a month from Double or Nothing, the AEW's last pay-per-view, there's not that many questions about it. Plus, hardly any build, too. First question, will Forbidden Door be a profitable pay-per-view? I believe it, knowing that it's already sold out, it was already sold out, and they, due to the new stage that Tony Khan was talking about, where it was doing additional seatings too, and plus it's not the AEW says it's sold out, but it's not technically sold out because I've seen where most of these most of the people that bought them was scalpers. There was people buying these tickets to resell. So therefore it's not technically sold out. So therefore, I don't think it's going to be that profitable because of that reason. Plus, there's not that many people that's wanting to buy the pay-per-view and watch it from home. Question number 2: where is the excitement level, or where is your excitement level for Forbidden Door? On a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the size I've ever been for a pay-per-view, I would say probably a 4. I think this is partially. I would say is on for 2 reasons why it's so low. I know it's still kind of high, but one, there hasn't been really much of a build to the pay-per-view. 2, there hasn't been the second wasn't basically because of the injuries, basically, for it. They're trying to make this build up, this pay-per-view mean some when it really doesn't because of the injuries. Now, I'm not blaming AEW or New Japan on that, but it ain't their fault some of their talent is injured. But they could have held off for like a few months so they can actually promote this pay-per-view where it'll be like in December. But what they could have done, at least with AEW anyway, is, and this is remind you, this is AEW, not I ain't talking about New Japan. I'm leaving that out because I don't watch New Japan. So, and that's another reason I'm not really hyped for it, because I don't really know these guys. Nor do I know how to really watch New Japan here, with being here in America. If you know how to watch, how I can watch it, please let me know. But AEW wise, they could have do like they normally do, leading from Double or Nothing all the way to the next pay per view, which should be All Out in August, and then go from August to November, which would be Full Gear, and then have where there's like a month and a half build where it's like in mid-January for Forbidden Door, and then go to Revolution. But simultaneously, because at least with Forbidden Door, from after that it will be Revolution for AEW. There'll be still be about a month and a half, because it'll be like mid to or early to mid March for that. But they should, from a little bit before Full Gear, to Full Gear to Forbidden Door in January, build the card up. And same thing for Double or Nothing. Let's say no one was injured, then they could have started the build for Forbidden Door a little bit before Double or Nothing. Go into Double or Nothing, have it where it's they do a little bit more of a build for Forbidden Door, and then continue it after that, leading into Forbidden Door. But getting into question number 3, for those not attending in person, are you watching the pay-per-view? Yes, I'm watching the pay-per-view, even though it's not that hyped. For 2 reasons. One, I would have bought it anyway, but even if I didn't buy it earlier, which is number 2, I bought the pay-per-view back in April. I bought Double or Nothing. It was towards the end of April of 2022. And I bought Double or Nothing 2022 and the Forbidden Door at the same time, which there is a post about it in the AEW World Facebook group. Links down in the description down below if you want to join on the group on Facebook. I'm the creator of that group and the owner and the one that runs it. But so I am watching it. I would, which I probably would have bought it anyway. So I wouldn't, but because I prefer to watch all the pay-per-views anyway if I could. But question number 4: how is Miro in this match? Simple. He won a qualifying match to be in this match. Who the fuck is Clark? Or question number 5: who the fuck is Clark Connor? Why not Hobbs or Starks or fucking anybody else? Now, I'm just reading the way they have it worded. They literally say have it worded like that. Which I will repeat the question so you know, which is question number 5. Who the fuck is Clark Connors, and why not Hobbs or Starks or fucking anybody else? I don't know who Clark Connors is. The only thing I know is he's working for New Japan. and he's technically an American. And the only reason I say Clark Connors is in the match is because of like I said, that he's the one that lost to the one that's supposed to he's replacing. And why not Hobbs or Starks? Because they wanted to get at least one person from New Japan in the match, and they're not with New Japan, they're with AEW. Question number 6. Why were Roppongi Vice in the match? Well, Roppongi Vice doesn't even know why they're in the match, but I can see why they're in the match because they had a Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship match, and it was interrupted by Jeff Cobb and I had to get his name, and Great O'Khan, in which that's probably why they're in this. They was put in this match. Question number 7: who is your guess for the person Brian Dennison has chosen to face Zack Sabre Jr. at Forbidden Door? If I had to take a guess, no one is rumored for it to be Cesaro or Johnny Gargano, which the reason why people is rumored for Johnny Gargano is because he's supposed to be in Chicago for 8 hours, I mind you, for that meeting greet. Now, and he said that he's not. He more or less said that he's not going to be the opponent in that match, and there's only 5% that's going to believe him, which I'm part of that 5% that actually believes Johnny that he's not the opponent. Because the way I'm looking at it, why would he announce that he's going to be in the same town for a meet and greet as an AEW pay-per-view? Knowing that AEW originally likes keeping that as a surprise, debuts a surprise. So therefore, I'm thinking there's going to be either Cesaro or a return. Now you might be wondering who could be returning to face Zack Sabre Jr. Well, obviously it's probably going to be somebody that is, if it is a returning AEW wrestler, it's probably going to be somebody that has a connection with New Japan Pro Wrestling. So therefore, like for example, I'll go into some of the debuts or returns, but I'll go in with the return. Could be Doc Gallows or Carl Anderson. Both of them has a connection with the Bullet Club, but they're probably getting involved with the Bullet Club match. Could be Hikaru Shida, but she's a woman, so therefore I don't think that's going to be it. Could be to finish up the returns, Kenny Omega, Michael Nakazawa, Riho, and Yuka Sakazawa, or how you pronounce it. Now, it ain't going to be Hikaru Shida, it ain't going to be Riho, it ain't going to be Yuka, because women. They probably don't have a connection with New Japan because of them having no female there, but because of their Japanese roots, I thought I'll include it. Or it could be someone else that's debuting. But that leaves Doc Gallows, Kenny Omega, and Maka Nakazawa. Now, I also have Don Callis returning here, so if Kenny Omega returns, Don Callis is probably going to be returning too. Now, it's possibly Kenny Omega. He says he won't be there, but that could be just him just saying that. But I would say either Cesaro or Kenny Omega. But if I had to take a bet on it, I would say Cesaro. Question number 8. Will Jon Moxley be using the Wild Thing or Death Rider as his theme song at Forbidden Door? I would have to say that he's probably going to be using the Wild Thing theme song. Question number 9. If you could add one New Japan Pro Wrestler to Forbidden Door that isn't already booked, who would you pick? I do not know, because I don't know New Japan. I thought I'll include this question anyway to get to 10, but I don't know, because I don't really know much about New Japan, but knowing that Kushida that previously worked for WWE just went back to New Japan, I would probably say him, because I know what he can do. Why is Punk not, on question number 10 and the last question, why is Punk not being scheduled to at least make an appearance? Now, I understand why people were asked this question, because they're in Punk's hometown of Chicago. But due to his surgery, his injury and surgery, he probably can't show up to the arena. But maybe he'll make it like at least a video appearance anyway. He's probably going to be saying that he could be physically be there and take on or be in the main event for the AEW World Title, but so on. But I don't think he can actually physically be there because of his injury. But before I go into the match card, now let's actually get into AEW and the NJPW Forbidden Door match card, which I'll remind you is Sunday, June 26th, 2022, from the United Center in Chicago, Illinois, airing at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Pacific, with the buy-in starting 1 hour earlier, most likely, because there is a total of three buy-in matches, and you can watch it on Bleacher Report if you're in the U.S., Fight TV internationally, and all major cable providers. Let's actually get into the buy-in matches, starting with an 8-man tag team match. It's Billy, Austin, and Coleman Gunn, the Gun Club, and the Masscaster versus the DKC, Kevin Knight, Alex Callahan, and Yamura. Again, I apologize if I'm pronouncing any of these Japanese names wrong. New Japan, the NJPW Dojo. I always had to say the first match probably be the Gun Club and Matt's Caster. Now I am going to try to keep it kind of neutral here. There are a total of, counting the buy-in matches, there are a total of 12 matches here. But of course, one promotion would have to win a extra match. At least in my opinion, I want to say that this promotion is better. In a way, I wish they would have like one more match where it'd be 13. So therefore, that if there is a tie, therefore you can break that tie. Next match, the buy-in. It's the Factory, or QT Marshall and Aaron Solo, the Factory, versus Hioki Gutu and Yoshi-Hashi Chaos. I would say the winner of that match would probably be Chaos. There's not really no reason why. It's just because a lot of these matches, mainly because I don't know these guys. I'm just going by a feeling. Next match, and the last buy-in match, it's Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee, Swerve in Our Glory, versus Yoshinobu Kamaru and El Desperado. I would have to say Swerve in Our Glory for this one. And I will be showing you the card at the end of the video. So, therefore, if you want to take a screenshot of that, go right ahead. But, of course, you have to wait until the end of the... I'm going to ask you to wait until the end of the video to be able to do that. Instead of fast forwarding it. Getting to the main card, it's a IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship match. It's the champion, Will Ospreay, versus Orange Cassidy. I don't like Orange Cassidy. And for what I've seen of Will Ospreay on Dynamite and Rampage, I like Will Ospreay. So I'm going with the champion. Next match. It's Zack Sabre Jr. versus Mystery. And we don't know who his opponent is, so therefore, we don't know. I can't really predict this. This match is going to be hard to predict because we don't know who that opponent is. But I wanted to say, because Zack Sabre Jr. does not know who his opponent is, and his opponent has more time to prepare for Zack Sabre Jr. than he has for his opponent, I would have to say his opponent will win. Whoever that may be, Papa Cesaro, I don't know. You don't know. Which that opponent is supposed to be in Blood and Guts, replacing Bryan Danielson there as well. Which Blood and Guts is going to be the Dynamite after for the Forbidden Door. Next match is the 8-man tag team match. It's Nick and Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks, and Hikaru Wu and El Fantasmo Bullet Club versus Sting, Darby Allin, Shingo, and Hiromu, Dudes with Attitudes. I would have to say Dudes with Attitudes for this one. Next match is the All-Atlantic Championship 4-way match. It's Pac versus Miro versus Malachi Black versus Clark Connors. I would have to go with Malachi Black here. So he can... but I don't think they would want... Knowing this is the first ever AEW All-Atlantic Championship match, I don't think AEW would want to put it on someone from another promotion. Next match is a winner-take-all 3-way match for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship and the IWGP Tag Team Championship. It's FTR, Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, the Ring of Honor champions, versus the IWGP champions, Great Khan and Jeff Cobb, United Empire, versus Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero, Roppongi Vice. And because FTR is trying to collect all the belts as they can, and trying to build this momentum to get the AEW Tag Team Championships, I do believe that they're going to win this match. Next match, the AEW Women's World Championship match. The only match required is AEW versus AEW. It's the champion Thunder Rosa versus Toni Storm. I feel like it's not. I don't feel like AEW will want to get the champions or give Thunder or want to get Thunder or. I don't think they would want Thunder Rosa to drop the belt yet. So I had to say Thunder Rosa for the win. Plus, even though it didn't start, her championship reign didn't start out pretty stellar. It's starting to get there, at least for me. Next match is a trios tag team match. It's the Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara, the Sex Gods, and Minoru Suzuki versus Wheeler Yuta, Eddie Kingston, and Shota Umino. If I'm not pronouncing these names right. I had to say, at least leading into double blood and guts, Chris Jericho's team is going to win. And then I do believe that Eddie Kingston's team will win blood and guts the Wednesday night after the Forbidden Door. The next match and semi-main event, the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship 4-way match. It's the champion Jay White versus Kazuchika Okada. I know how to pronounce his last name. I just don't know how to pronounce his first. Versus Hangman Adam Page versus Adam Cole. Because Jay White just got the belt, I believe Jay White's going to win this match. Last match, and it's for the interim AEW World Championship match. It's the current interim AEW World Heavyweight Championship match or champion Jon Moxley versus Hiroi Tanahashi. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. But I do believe that Jon Moxley is going to retain the interim championship. So, those swapping belts or championships, in my opinion, like it's rumored to be. That's my predictions for Forbidden Door. Now I will be showing you the card. I'll give you about 10 seconds to be able to take a screenshot of it. I will bring it closer to you. Alright. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big old thumbs up. If you want to be a hater, give it a big old thumbs down. I don't care. Don't forget to share this all over social media. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. You can add me on Facebook, Donnie Langston. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Donnie Langston5. That's at Donnie Langston5. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.